Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's Game News. We're kicking off this week with some pretty big news in the industry. According to Eurogamer, legendary director Hideo Kojima has spoken out about Sony's decision to stop producing physical game discs, and he's not happy about it. Kojima expressed that the news made him feel really sad, and he's raising some serious concerns about what it means for gaming's future. The Death Stranding director is worried about the lack of media ownership under an all-digital future, saying it has some pretty frightening possibilities. When someone like Kojima, a visionary filmmaker and game creator, is voicing these concerns, it definitely makes you think about the bigger picture of where our industry is headed. This is clearly a sentiment that's resonating with a lot of developers and players out there. Now let's talk about something absolutely wild. According to both Eurogamer and PC Gamer, the viral hide-and-seek sensation Meccha Chameleon just hit a jaw-dropping 15 million sales in less than 30 days. This game absolutely came out of nowhere and took over the gaming world. If you remember, it had already hit 10 million copies in just 16 days, and now it's doubled down on that success. But here's what's even more exciting. The developers are teasing a collaboration with a famous Japanese star, and everyone's trying to place their bets on who it could be. We're talking about a game that's become a cultural phenomenon in record time. The gaming community is buzzing about what this partnership could mean, and honestly, if they can pull off the right celebrity tie-in, this thing could get even bigger. Speaking of Sony's physical media drama, here's where it gets even more interesting. According to Eurogamer, Sony is still having to limit attachable disk drive sales to just one per order because of insanely high demand. This is happening despite their big announcement to end physical game production. The irony here is pretty thick. People want these disk drives so badly that Sony can't keep them in stock, which kind of proves their whole changing consumer trends narrative might be a little off. And then there's the cherry on top. Microsoft, being the cheeky competitor they are, is literally using this disk situation as a selling point for Halo Campaign Evolved. They're basically telling players, hey, buy this on Xbox, and we'll make sure you get a physical disc, which is a pretty bold move against Sony's strategy. It's a fascinating moment where the market is clearly telling Sony something, and Microsoft's not afraid to capitalize on it. Here's another one for the growing list of Sony problems. According to PC Gamer, Marvel Tōkon, Fighting Souls is now unavailable in over 130 countries, specifically 132, to be exact, and it's all because of Sony's controversial PSN linking requirement again. This fighting game launched on Steam, but players in those blocked regions can't access it. And the worst part? They can still see the Steam page. They just can't buy it. So you've got players staring at something they want but can't have, which is basically the worst user experience possible. Sony's been getting heat for this PSN requirement in multiple regions where PlayStation itself isn't even available, and games like this are bearing the brunt of that policy. It's a self-inflicted wound that's affecting not just Sony, but the developers trying to release their games globally. On a brighter note, according to PC Gamer, the Danganronpa 2x2 remaster has been delayed to 2027, but the developers are clearly working on making it worth the wait. The updated version is going to feature a brand new alternate story mode called Slay Him that's packing 20% more content than the original game. On top of that, they're adding a full 3D world map, which is a massive upgrade from the previous games. So yeah, while it stings to wait another year, the developers are being pretty transparent about why. They're building something substantial here, and it sounds like they're taking their time to get it right. For fans of the series, this is the kind of delay that actually makes sense because the additions they're describing are legitimately exciting additions. This one's for all you Half-Life 2 modding nerds out there. And trust us, there are plenty of you. According to PC Gamer, one of the community's favorite Half-Life 2 mods is getting a prequel, and it's flipping the script in the coolest way possible. This new game, called Progenitors, is the third installment in the Entropy Zero series, and here's the twist. You're playing as a Combine assassin hunting down members of the human resistance. It's a stealth game that explores the darker side of the Half-Life universe from the enemy's perspective. This is the kind of creative storytelling that only mod communities can pull off, and the fact that they're expanding it into a full prequel shows just how dedicated these creators are. If you've been sleeping on the Entropy Zero series, now's the time to catch up. Here's something kind of wild that's been flying under the radar. According to PC Gamer, Even though Counter-Strike 2 is absolutely massive on Steam right now, the original Counter-Strike Global Offensive is breaking player count records since it went standalone again. Yes, you read that right. The older game is seeing a resurgence. This is actually pretty fascinating from a competitive standpoint, because some players prefer the feel and mechanics of Global Offensive, and giving it its own separate presence on Steam has basically opened the floodgates. We're talking about a franchise that's dominated competitive FPS gaming for decades, and both versions are thriving simultaneously. It's a rare situation where the new entry and the legacy game are both crushing it at the same time. And finally, here's something that could make a lot of handheld gaming fans pretty happy. According to Eurogamer, Square Enix has hinted that it's not entirely impossible that Final Fantasy XV could make its way to Nintendo Switch 2. Now, that's not a confirmation by any means, but from a company like Square Enix, that's basically saying they're seriously considering it. Final Fantasy XV is a massive open-world RPG, so getting it running on a handheld would be a technical achievement, but it's definitely doable with the Switch 2's rumored specs. If this actually happens, it would be a huge win for people who want AAA gaming experiences on the go. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on this one as we get more information about Switch 2's capabilities.